Welcome to Love Well on Purpose, a 5-minute podcast giving you tips and encouragement to love the people around you with intentionality. I'm your host, Rachel Schelb. On this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about who I am, why hospitality matters, and then after the break, we're going to discuss a little bit about Fringe friends. I'm so excited that you're here. Since this is our first episode, I wanted to take a few minutes to let you know who I am. I am a mom of 2 children, a wife to a wonderful husband, Andy, who is also a children's pastor at our church in Tampa, Florida. I'm an introvert that people often mistake for an extrovert. I love cookies, I love kayaking, and I love spending time with people. I love getting to know their stories and hearing more about them. I love the intentionality that comes with forming relationships. I've also developed a love for biblical hospitality over the past 10 years. It's something I'm extremely passionate about because I think that it's sometimes easy to make it more complicated than it actually is. Romans 12:13 says, "Contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality." 1 Peter 4:9 says, "Show hospitality to one another without grumbling." These are biblical mandates or instructions of how we should act. We should have a happy heart and a willing spirit to open up our homes and our lives to love other people. We live in a culture where we are busy and distracted. If we can just take a few minutes out of our day, every day, to love with intentionality and purpose, we will be amazed at how much we are encouraged as well as how much we can encourage and minister to those around us. Hopefully, through this podcast, you will see ways that you can love with intentionality everyone around you by taking one idea a week, finding an opportunity to put it in practice. Eventually, this will become a habit of loving well on purpose that we all have. My first challenge is to make a list of people in your life that you'd like to be more intentional with. Now, this may be Fringe friends, the people that you kind of know or you wave to at school or at church, but you've never actually gotten together with. Perhaps it's neighbors or coworkers. Whoever the people are, these are the people that you want to love well on purpose. Keep this list handy because this will be your target audience as we look for opportunities to love well on purpose. Let's talk a little bit more about Fringe friends. These are the people that you've passed by regularly or you think of often, but it hasn't worked out on your calendars for you to get together with them. No relationship has been formed beyond the smiling and nodding or waving at each other as you pass each other in the halls of school or church. There's nothing wrong with having Fringe friends. But at some point, if we make comments like, "We should get together," but you don't do anything about it, it could lead that person to think that you aren't sincere and you don't actually want a relationship with them. If that's not true, can I encourage you this weekend to call that person, text that person, or message them and find a date on the calendar that works for both of you? This date may be 6 weeks in the future, and that's okay. What matters is that you are being intentional and purposeful with your time, that you are saying you matter and I want to spend more time with you. So my challenge to you this weekend, think about those Fringe friends and then call one of them up. Set a date and get together as soon as you can. With so many podcasts available to you, I am so grateful that you took the time to listen to this one. If this is a topic that interests you, I would love it if you'd subscribe to this podcast. That way you don't miss a single one. Also, share it with your friends and encourage them to join us. A new episode will appear each Friday. You can follow along with me on Instagram at Rachel Schelb or on my website at rachelschelb.com. Thanks again for listening. Now let's go love well on purpose.